The East China Sea is a marginal sea east of China. It is a part of the Pacific Ocean and covers an area of roughly 1,249,000 square kilometers. Geography. The East China Sea is bounded on the east by Kyushu and the Ryukyu Islands of Japan, on the south by the South China Sea, and on the west by the Asian continent. It connects with the Sea of Japan through the Korea Strait. It opens in the north to the Yellow Sea. States with borders on the sea include South Korea, Japan, Republic of China and the People's Republic of China. Extent. The International Hydrographic Organization defines the limits of the Eastern China Sea as follows. On the south, the northern limit of the South China Sea, from Fukikaku, the north point of Formosa, to Kilushan-tao onto the south point of Haitan-tao, and thence westward on the parallel of 25 degrees 24' north to the coast of Fujian. Thence from Santayo, the northeastern point of Formosa, to the west point of Yonaguni Island, and thence to Hadaruma-Sima. On the east, from Hadaruma-Sima, a line including the Miyako-Reta to the east point of Miyako-Sima, and thence to Okinawa-Kaku, the southern extremity of Okinawa-Sima, through this island to Adako-Sima, on to the east point of Kikai-Sima, through Tanegra-Sima to the north point thereof, and on to Hisaki and Kyushu. On the north, from Nomosaki and Kyushu to the south point of Hokusima, and on through this island to Osaki and to Hunankan, the south point of Seizu, through this island to its western extreme, and thence along the parallel of 33 degrees 17' north to the mainland. On the west, the mainland of China. Rivers. The Yangtze River is the largest river flowing into the East China Sea. Islands and reefs. Senkaku Islands or Diaoyu Islands. Disputed. Tong Island. There is a cluster of submerged reefs in the northern East China Sea. These include Socotra Rock, also called Suyin Rock or Iodo, subject of an EEZ dispute between the People's Republic of China and South Korea. Hupijiao Rock, Yajiao Rock. Nomenclature. During the 19th century, the sea was known as the Mer de Corée in French. It was one of the three main seas within East Asia, the other two being Mer du Japon to the north and Mer de Chine to the south. Until World War II, the sea was referred to as in Japanese. In 2004, official documents of the Japanese Foreign Ministry and other departments switched to the name, which has become the standard usage in Japan. The sea is called the East Sea in Chinese, being one of the four seas of Chinese literature. There are three other seas, one for each of the four cardinal directions. EEZ disputes. There are disputes between the People's Republic of China, Japan, and South Korea over the extent of their respective exclusive economic zones. The dispute between the PRC and Japan concerns the different application of the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of Sea, which both nations have ratified. China and Japan both claim 200 nautical miles EEZ rights, but the East China Sea width is only 360 nautical miles. China proposed the application of UNCLOS, considering the natural prolongation of its continental shelf, advocating that the EEZ extends as far as the Okinawa Trough. Its Ministry of Foreign Affairs has stated that the natural prolongation of the continental shelf of China in the East China Sea extends to the Okinawa Trough and beyond 200 nautical miles from the baselines from which the breadth of the territorial sea of China is measured, which is applicable to the relevant UNCLOS provisions that support China's right to the natural shelf. In 2012, China presented a submission under the UNCLOS concerning the outer limits of the continental shelf to the UN. However, Japan claims about 40,000 square kilometers part of this territory as its own EEZ because it is within 200 nautical miles from its coast, and thus proposed the median line division of the EEZ. In 1995, the People's Republic of China discovered an undersea natural gas field in the East China Sea, namely the Chunshao gas field, which lies within the Chinese EEZ, while Japan believes it is connected to other possible reserves beyond the median line. Japan has objected to PRC development of natural gas resources in the East China Sea near the area where the two countries' exclusive economic zone claims overlap. The specific development in dispute is the PRC's drilling in the Chunshao gas field, which is located in undisputed areas on China's side, 3 or 4 miles west of the median line proposed by Japan. Japan maintains that although the Chunshao gas field rigs are on the PRC side of a median line that Tokyo regards as the two-side sea boundary, they may tap into a field that stretches underground into the disputed area. Japan therefore seeks a share in the natural gas resources. The gas fields in the Xihu-Sag area in the East China Sea are estimated to hold proven reserves of 364 BCF of natural gas. Commercial operations began 2006. In June 2008, both sides agreed to jointly develop the Chunshao gas fields, but they have never been able to agree on how to execute the plan. Rounds of disputes about island ownership in the East China Sea have triggered both official and civilian protests between China and Japan. The dispute between PRC and South Korea concerns Socotra Rock, a submerged reef on which South Korea has constructed the IODO Ocean Research Station. While neither country claims the rock as territory, the PRC has objected to Korean activities there as a breach of its EEZ rights. East China Sea and Astronomy. Possibly, East China Sea is represented with the star Aetus Serpentos in asterism left wall, heavenly market enclosure.